am here to testify to you that although the Lord is so majestic, complex, so vast, so wise, so big, so beyond understanding, I'm here to testify that he can touch your life and reveal his grace and love and truth to all of us. If I can see it, you can see it. I remember when I was growing up, I felt like I didn't get any talents. I don't know how to do any of these sports or things or anything. Like, I'm good at math and that's about it. But as I grew, the Lord matured me. Some gifts he reserved till I was a little older. I didn't start painting till I was 20 years old. But it was a gift that the Lord had for me for that time. And as my years have grown, and I'm so happy, layer by layer, how my journey just gets filled with stories and beautiful adventure and action-packed restoration and reconciliation. And as the Lord continues to pour upon me, layer by layer, like the cascades of a waterfall, he enriches my life. I always look up to see where all these reflections are coming from, because I know they don't come from me. Because here I am, and here I've been since I was able to understand from the first glimpses the glory of his majesty. In the trees when I was a child, I would worship him. And every time he reveals himself to me, every time I see the miraculous glories in the world around me, or on the streets, or in people's lives, or in the churches across the world, in Nepal, when I see him moving in the earth, I say, where this reflection is coming from is him. And I want to remind you this morning, the Lord reminded me to remind you that every week when I talk to you, and every time that I tell you that I'm a testimony, I'm only pointing to him. If you see a little glimmer of his light on me, remember it's a reflection of him. I only reflect him because I'm in his presence all the time. I can't get enough of him. I can't get away from him. I just can't. I just can't wait until it makes me so separate that I can really make a difference. If there's anything in your life that you can see and recognize, that you can transform more into the likeness of him, go ahead and do it now. Because there's more things to be refined after the easy things. Those easy things may seem before a mature revelation. The hardest things in the world, to give this up, to give that up, to do this, to rearrange things. That seems so difficult. It's a device of the enemy to make you think anything's too difficult for you. To walk out the plan of God for you, the one that he weaved within you in your mother's womb, the one that he drafted as the great architect of all before the foundations of the world, when he was planning out your salvation. Too difficult for God in you? Nothing's impossible for the Lord. Nothing. It's a device of the enemy to make you think some things are too hard. Some parts of the Bible are just too difficult to understand. Think about Revelations. How many people actually read Revelations? A lot of people don't read it because they think it's too difficult. Well, the blessing in Revelation 1 doesn't talk about we're to understand it. It says we're to read it, or at least listen. Blessed is he who hears. Blessed is he who readeth. Both of us. That doesn't leave any of us out. Not the smartest of us, or the ones who can't really make it out, or the ones who just can't figure it out. But listen, the Lord is so beautiful. He's so magnificent. I want to point him out to you this morning. His head and his hair are white. I'm talking about the Ancient of Days white. I'm talking about his head is so strong. It's white as snow. It's like wool. It's like the white stone. Just calcified, miracle after miracle, truth upon truth upon truth. That's his head. He is our head. His eyes are flames of fire. His feet are burnished bronze. That's like a glimpse of his humanity that he brought back to heaven with him as he ascended. And his voice, it's like the sound of many waters. Oh, would you just look at Jesus? He's amazing. We focus on you. We look at you. I look at colors all the time. A lot of times on the color things, there's like seven colors on a page of the palette. So to make it easier for me to understand, I wrote the 7 things of the Lord's vision on the Isle of Patmos that came in Revelation 1. And after it explains the sound of his voice, it talks about his hands, his mouth, and his countenance. His hand, in his hand, he holds 7 stars, the angels of the churches. Who is mankind that we are mindful of you, Lord of lords, King of kings? In your mouth is a sharp 2-edged sword. And as strong and intense as we think the sun is in all of its fiery heat, his countenance is as the sun. God bless you as you came into the house of the Lord. May you focus and see the Lord. And as you go on, bring his presence with you. Be filled with the Holy Spirit. Appreciate the salvation, and the time is at hand. I love you so much. God bless you. God bless you.